There's a brand that exploded out of nowhere in the dashcam market last year, but in 2026, it looks like they're about to pack up and vanish into thin air. I'm talking about TERUNSOUL. Last year, they popped up like mushrooms, dethroning old-school giants like Rove and Red Tiger to become the undisputed champion on Amazon. But recently, things got interesting. They started losing reviews, listings got taken down, and they are panic-slashing prices. When a top-selling brand starts self-destructing this fast, it usually means one thing: the truth is catching up to them. We wanted to see exactly what they're trying to hide before they completely disappear from the market. Today, we dragged their second-in-command, the TERUNSOUL D018, into our imaging lab for a brutal reality check. This is a savage, low-politeness version of our review. And honestly, I don't know if this video will get hit with a copyright takedown by tomorrow. If you love this raw, unfiltered style, hit that subscribe button right now and smash that like so I know I can keep showing you the truth. To keep this fair and objective, we are bringing out our undisputed industry gold standard, the VIOFO A229 Pro. Now look, I'm not maliciously bullying a $100 dashcam with a premium $300 flagship. I just want you guys to know what real 4K and a real life-saving dashcam should actually look like. Why is the D018 so dirt cheap? Where did they cut corners? Do those cut corners actually matter to you? And should you spend more money on a real dashcam? Let's cut the fluff and throw them onto the chopping block. Let's kick things off with pure resolution. First, let's see how a true 4K heavyweight handles the exam paper. Look at the VIOFO A229 Pro. Sharp, crisp, flawless. The industry standard baseline for true 4K is the 18 mark. If a dashcam hits that line cleanly, it earned the right to call itself a true 4K camera. Now for the TERUNSOUL D018. The clarity, a total nosedive. To be fair, it's a step up from their D016. It actually hits native 2K, but compared to the true 4K boldly printed, not even close. This is pure software interpolation. Keep trying, TERUNSOUL. Next up, HDR. Don't fall for the marketing traps. Shady brands often use WDR to disguise their cheap sensors, but real pros only trust hardware-level HDR. Since the D018 only has WDR, let's see the literal cost of being cheap. On the left is the D018. On the right is the A229 Pro. The moment I switch on that blinding LED light bar, the VIOFO with hardware HDR stands rock solid. It perfectly demonstrates what highlight suppression looks like. The glare is locked down tightly, and the license plate ahead remains fully legible. But the D018, with its pure software WDR, it gets completely blinded by the light. The license plate is totally overexposed, and the final digit is erased from existence. This terrible performance is identical to the older D016. Picture this scenario. A car suddenly cuts you off, slams the brakes, causes an accident, and speeds away. You happily pull your memory card out, thinking you caught the criminal, only to find that because an oncoming car had its high beams on, your dashcam footage is just a giant cloud of nuclear white light. The last two digits of the plate are completely missing. The hit-and-run driver gets away scot-free, and you are left paying a massive insurance deductible out of your own pocket. At that exact moment, ask yourself, what was the point of buying a cheap dashcam? Just to record scenery? Well, bad news. It can't even record scenery properly, because we discovered TERUNSOUL is playing some sneaky marketing tricks with their viewing angle. On their product page, they boldly slap a massive 170-degree wide-angle claim. But take a look at the real test. When you look at the actual footage back-to-back with the VIOFO A229 Pro, which conservatively claims a 140-degree lens, VIOFO's field of view is visibly wider. Why? Because TERUNSOUL's 170 degrees is a math game. They are measuring the absolute maximum diagonal corner-to-corner distance to make the number look huge on paper. Meanwhile, VIOFO's 140 degrees is honest, real-world horizontal width. We measured the D018, and its actual horizontal width is only around 115 degrees to 120 degrees. In the world of dashcams, do not become a slave to numbers. Bigger is not always better. A lot of beginner buyers think, wow, bigger angle means I can see 10 lanes of traffic. No, bro, wake up. The wider the angle, the more horrific the edge distortion becomes. The sides of your video look like a circus funhouse mirror. Even straight lampposts look bent. And if someone swipes your fender, you won't even be able to judge the distance accurately. 140 degrees is the absolute sweet spot that captures maximum traffic lanes without turning your video into a warped joke. That is exactly why top-tier, honest Trust manufacturers. Never blindly push their angles to 200 degrees. All right, let's talk about what happens when the sun goes down completely. This is the ultimate battleground for 3DNR. When the lights cut out, the D018 immediately reveals its desperate strategy. Raise the exposure at all costs. Sure, the image looks artificially bright, but look at the price you pay. The dark areas are completely crawling with a massive wave of dancing, flashing, colored static. It looks like an old CRT television with zero signal. Under this high-frequency noise, the reflective characters on a license plate get completely blurred together. Now shift your eyes to the A229 Pro. Its 3DNR algorithm is doing a textbook, elegant job. It calmly sweeps away all that colored static, leaving the gray wall looking incredibly smooth and uniform. The image might look a hair darker to preserve true ambient lighting, but it is surgically clean. Every single digit on the plate remains perfectly readable. Now you know the real importance of 3DNR. If you want to see life-saving details in pure darkness, stop believing in fake night vision created by cranked-up ISO. You need a camera with actual 3DNR processing muscle. Finally, we come to the most technical part of the test, the one thing manufacturers pray reviewers will never talk about: frame rate stability. Look very closely at this frame-by-frame breakdown on my timeline. Out of every 5 frames captured by the D018, about 1 to 2 frames completely freeze and duplicate. This is ironclad proof that the D018 has a massive duplicate frame issue, with a duplicate rate hitting an incredibly unstable 20% to 40%. A crash happens in the blink of an eye. If your dashcam hits a duplicate frame freeze at the exact millisecond of impact, erasing critical telemetry data, or the exact point of contact, guess what? Your dashcam just failed its only job as a legal witness. It proves you drove your car today, but it proves absolutely nothing in a court of law. All right, friends, that wraps up our video performance test for the TERUNSOUL D018. To make it crystal clear, I've summarized all the dirty secrets right here in this chart. I don't know how long this business model of selling fake upscaled 4K can survive. Budget hardware limitations will always show their teeth under pressure. This camera isn't built for hardcore forensic evidence. It's tailor-made for budget-blind buyers who just want a basic visual log. In our next episode, we are tearing off the fake mask entirely. I am grabbing the screwdrivers and doing a complete hardware teardown on the TERUNSOUL D018. Trust me, you do not want to miss this hardware showdown. Drop your hardware theories in the comment section below, hit that subscribe button right now, and smash the bell icon so you don't miss the teardown. I'll see you guys in the next one.